Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could give it a like or subscribe. Let's get started with our first story. Am I the asshole for declining leftover food at my boyfriend's friend's BBQ after the group ate first right in front of us? Tell me your thoughts on if this was rude. I, 37 female, met my now ex 38M ex's friends for the first time at a pre-drink BBQ. He invited me to join him on. They seemed nice enough, but prior to getting there, my ex said that his friend messaged and said the host feels bad because they are having a BBQ, and there may not be enough food for everyone. So if we see food lying around after, not to feel bad that we weren't given food. I said this is fine, of course. I assumed he meant they'd have already eaten and there would be evidence of said BBQ around. We get there, and it's clear they haven't eaten yet. 8 people were invited of the 12 guests to eat. 4 of us were not. When it came to mealtime, the 8 of them sat around a nicely set table and chowed down, like filled their plates and ate up without making eye contact with us, while we stood on the outside of the table, chatting. I thought this was so weird. My ex did not, I guess. It was awkward because we were actually starving. When the meal was done, host got up and said, "Guys, please help yourself," aka to the leftovers, lol. I know people are all raised differently, but this struck me as so odd. My ex went and got some food on a plate and came up to me and said, "Come eat." And for some reason, I just couldn't get myself to do it. I don't even know these people, and it was so uncomfortable. I politely said, "No thank you," and carried on my conversation. Well, my ex was so bothered by this reaction from me, it ruined the whole evening for him, and we actually broke up after that. He broke up with me. He had originally said we would just eat together at the street festival, so I was bothered that he put me in that position and then was mad at me for choosing not to eat and grabbing a snack on the street. Is this culturally normal behavior for some people? I live in Canada. I could never eat in front of a guest in my home and not feed them. But is this normal behavior for some? Was I rude or in the wrong for doing this? Or was he gaslighting me by being mad and making me feel like the rude person for declining food? No, this is so weird. To specifically single out guests to only get leftovers while the first crew gets their pick? I don't know anyone who would do this. I would have been appalled and acted just the way you did. I'm good. I'll eat what I planned on eating. I don't need to pick through your leftover cold food. They all could have had a little less to be able to share with the 4 people not included, or asked you to bring a couple of burgers so you weren't left out, especially if you were going somewhere where they had food. Not the asshole. Sounds like you dodged a bullet with that guy, right? There was so much food too. They piled their plates. I think the oddest part is we just shouldn't have been there. Like, should have come an hour later after they ate. He made me feel like I was being difficult, though I was very polite. He got mad at me because I had a couple drinks after, also was not offered any drinks by the host, and because I didn't eat, I got a buzz, and he kept passive-aggressively saying, "Well, that's because you didn't eat anything." Well, what? Just to be clear, the leftover food was not off of people's plates, right? Just left in the serving dishes? In which case, they did actually have enough food, just wanted to make sure the first wave got their fill before allowing the peasants to converge. Sorry, that's what it would feel like to me, especially if I was hungry. If you say he ate leftovers off of other people's actual dinner plates, I will scream. Not the asshole, who has a barbecue, invites people, and doesn't have enough food for everyone. Assholes, that's who. Unless your ex invited himself and you without informing the host, but he's an AH either way. I'm with you. I never eat until everyone else at my home has made a plate, and I always make sure to have enough food. Apparently your ex is an AH for breaking up with you for a stupid reason. Sounds like you dodged a bullet and better off without him and his AH friends. This sounds like a mess. Why would you invite people to a barbecue whom you can't feed? Not the asshole. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.